Just 6 months after they got married, the same husband who appeared to be in love and very excited to be marrying his new wife, Maleah Bess, ended up in a 3-hour police standoff after he did something very bad to her after seeing her with another man. The couple, Ron Christopher Allen and Maleah Allen, got into it after Ron realized she had a work husband who she was cheating with. So on the 31st of July, he waited for her to get to work, then snuck up to them and did the unthinkable. Was she really cheating after just 6 months of marriage, or this is a case of delusion and abuse? As seen here, someone posted online saying, "The leasing office lady, which is Malia, and the maintenance man who are both married had an affair and the husband of the leasing office lady shot her." This person was referring to Malia. What really happened between this couple, and why was the SWAT team called to Malia's place of work? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story takes us to Jackson, Mississippi. Known as the City with Soul, Jackson is Mississippi's capital and largest city, centrally located and nestled at the crossroads of Interstates 55 and 20. Jackson, Mississippi, has a high crime rate, particularly for violent crime. According to USA Facts, the city has one of the highest homicide rates per capita in the United States. Maleah Bess, aged 24, was a beautiful young lady who grew up in Chicago but ended up living in Jackson, Mississippi. She was a recent graduate of Jackson State University. Malia became a leasing agent. She loved her job and posted most of her time at work online.
Come to work with me as a leasing agent. So usually first I have to pop my way in through the back and get to the office, make sure I have the office door unlocked. I'm usually there at least between 10 to 15 minutes before opening to make sure that, everything's situated. Make sure the blinds are open, office is set up, make sure all the like brochures and everything set up on my desk. I'm checking out to see if any notes is left from security or any residents that may have had any issues last night or wanted to leave, something in the rent box, reading my devotion. And then here I am in my planner, writing down everything that I usually need to do for today. And then I check my emails as well as prospects to make sure we have any applications or if I have any questions, work orders. Have to make sure you check that daily to make sure you're keeping up with the property. And then here we got a move-in today. I'm talking with maintenance to go over if we had any work orders or any move-ins for make-readies, punches, anything like that. And I also had a tour today showing one of our beautiful one-bedroom units that we have available.
She was a happy person who was trying to live and enjoy her life like most people. Maleah met Ron Christopher Allen and they started dating even though they have a very big age gap. Maleah was 24 and Ron is 52. Ron, a father of 3, had some running with the law. He was addicted to pills which he was supposed to be in court for but never did. Maleah loved him so much. She posted how things are with them, asking him, "Where have you been all my life?" Maleah eventually married him against all her friends and family's opinion. Three months into the marriage, they started having all kinds of problems. He sensed that Maleah started staying late at work. She was more involved with work than usual. He started going to her work to inspect what she was doing. Ron finally came to the conclusion that Maleah had a work husband who she was cheating with. On July 31st, Ron let Maleah head to work and he followed behind, then he attacked her in her office. He then proceeded to shoot Malia 7 times. He then barricaded himself inside the office for hours. Hostage negotiation teams from various agencies were present on the scene and they managed to get him to surrender after 3 hours.
Working a very active scene here, a very fluid scene, and again, a very dangerous scene here in West Jackson. We were able to get the suspect to surrender to law enforcement without any other loss of life or injury. He has been transported to police headquarters for interview purposes. I'm very disturbed, very disheartened, because it's another situation that could have been avoided in our community. This was a domestic related situation. This was his wife, my understanding. She worked here at this location, and he came to this location and took her life. She's deceased at this time, and I really wish that we could have done more to prevent this, but we have people that don't know how to deal with emotions, who do not know how to deal with somebody wanting to move on with their life. And he decided to come here and take her life. We showed a lot of restraint and resolve in this situation. We could have barged in, and that would have caused him to possibly open fire on law enforcement, but we didn't. We utilized our hostage team, which did an amazing job at this location. I want to commend the Hinds County Sheriff's Department and their hostage team. I want to commend our JPD hostage team, who sat inside that van with me and continuously made contact with him, continuously called him as he continued to hang up as they called him. But he eventually told them that he was going to come out. That's exactly what he did.
He was eventually arrested and charged for the murder of Maleah Bess.
Man accused of killing his estranged wife here in Jackson and then barricading himself in an apartment complex leasing office now faces a murder charge. 52-year-old Ron Christopher Allen is accused of killing 24-year-old Maleah Bess. A deadly shooting happened at the Westwood Apartments on Robinson Street. Greener Side's Quentin Smith has followed this story for you all day, and he tells us what investigators say led up to that deadly shooting.
That fatal shooting happening here at the leasing office at Westwood Apartments. In fact, you can even see the bloodstains are still on the mat at the front entrance door of the leasing office. We found out Bess worked as a property manager here at the complex. We also learned that her husband, Ron Christopher Allen, is being accused of shooting her 7 times after finding out she had a boyfriend.
And I really wish that we could have done more to prevent this, but we have people that don't know how to deal with emotions.
This is exclusive video of Allen being taken into custody not long after police say that deadly shooting happened.
He had blood on his clothing. We assumed that came from the victim, because she was definitely, there was a lot of bloodshed.
This usually quiet complex now finding itself at the center of a crime scene. Everything happening around 11:30 Thursday morning. Investigators say not long after Bess made it to the leasing office to begin her work shift, Allen showed up with a gun, shooting and killing her.
They're currently married, but my understanding is she was trying to move on. And apparently, again, somebody who do not know how to deal with emotions. And now this family has been destroyed.
After the shooting, police say Allen then went back inside the leasing office, fired more gunshots, and barricaded himself for over an hour. The police department's hostage team continued to make contact with the 52-year-old, trying to get him to come out and surrender peacefully.
Continuously called him as he continued to hang up as they called him. But he eventually told them that he was going to come out. That's exactly what he did.
We've now learned the two were married for less than 6 months. Bess, who is from Chicago, is a recent graduate of Jackson State University. Investigators say they have recovered the gun Allen used, and they're now looking to hold him accountable for his actions.
I've been doing this a long time, but it never gets easy. This lady came to work today. Never thought she'd lose her life at the hands of her husband at work today.
Friends describe Malia as a mature, career-driven woman who always looked out for others. It should never end like this no matter the situation. Some people said she had tried to leave him even after he caught her with another man. Some people blame Malia for cheating on Ron while others blame Ron for doing what he did. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Maleah Bess. May Maleah's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.